This diary belongs to Holly Hills. September, Monday. Today was the first day of high school. Feels like you just passed the hard level in a video game and now you're starting the final stage. OMG, finally! Yay! Well, I guess that's for playing with Hannah's new gaming console for the past week. I ever tried playing but then gave up, so I took it on. First period. Holly Hills, you'll be sitting over there. It's hard to believe I'm in high school now. Ever said that this will be better than middle school. Hope she's right. Greg Heffley? Was he just looking at me? For coexisting a long time, hello everyone. Welcome to Crossland High School. We will start with roll call and then go over the syllabus. Later. Ollie, it was Bryce Anderson. We exchanged a few interactions in a polite manner, then went our own separate ways. In middle school, I had a crush on him, but he seemed into Mackenzie Pollard at the time. Bryce and I did start talking to each other in 6th grade. Then in the summer after 7th grade, we became a couple. We even kissed on our first date. Once we made it public, pretty much everyone we knew supported our relationship. A match made in heaven, right? We broke up towards the end of 8th grade. I later found out today from Pai that she shares a couple classes with him. Not me. But to be honest, I'm kinda glad. I already started dating Bailey this year in summer. I'm also glad I don't share classes with her either. She's abrasive to all of the boys she doesn't consider hot, whatever the flip that means. Not even Riley's charm could win her over. Oh yeah, Riley Jefferson shares the same class at last period with Patty and I. He sits right next to Patty in the last row in the back. I sit at the very front, which makes me feel like I can't be at ease because everyone can notice you easier. I put up an act, of course, and look chill. It's not like I'm the only one who sits in the front row. It does feel odd that Greg Heffley sits right next to me. The two of us really don't have much history together. He goes to the same church as Laurel and I, but he always seems like he doesn't want to be there. I can't really blame him because I want to see Laurel. Church is so boring. He's often seen with Rowley. I saw a glimpse of them today leaving campus together. Maybe they live on the same street. I don't really have much history with Rowley either. He's cute. Even Patty thinks he's charming, and she's mostly not too fond of boys. And by cute, I don't mean the kind like what the girls in our grade had for Bryce. It's more like the amusing and quirky kind. Once I got a note by Riley to clarity, he's not into a romantic relationship. It was weird and felt kind of random. 1, I never had any feelings for him. 2, I'm sure it was actually Greg who wrote it. I heard a lot of weird things about Greg from peers, mostly negative comments. I guess we do have some history after all, but at a distance. I just see Riley talk to Patty. They seem to be having a good time. Maybe I should try talking to Greg. You never know. P.S. I was picked up by mom after school and both of my sisters were with her too. She had to take a few things back to the mall and get refunds for them. While we were there, me and Heather were allowed to go off independently for a short while, and I stayed with mom. I passed by a photo booth that had some Japanese writing and the word Purukura on it. Heather came home with a limited edition makeup kit and travel books. I came home with this. Wow! OMG, love, Holly, kawaii. Wednesday. I didn't get the chance to talk to Greg on Tuesday yesterday. He left class as soon as the first period ended, and I didn't see him around at lunch. Riley wasn't there either. Heard that during lunch hour, students can go freely around campus as long as they pick up after themselves. Maybe that's what those two were doing. I sat in the cafeteria with Julie, Bethany, Patty, and Ruby. During summer break, Julie started dating Even Whitehead and was announcing to us that they're officially a couple. We were all kind of surprised given how weird he was, especially throughout middle school. Julie was always so level-headed and smart. Bethany warned her to be careful, probably because not too long ago she broke up with hers, but he was a fluke anyway. Ruby is still dating Fregley. They have been for a while now. Wait, what? Oh yeah, Ruby Bird's dating Fregley. I was asked if there's anyone I'm liking. I suppose it's been long enough with the Bryce breakup. I shrugged with, and I don't know. Patty scoffed at all of this boy talk and asked if any of us were going to join any sports or clubs. Julie said something in literature and Bethany said probably volleyball. Ruby told Bethany that she might join her. She does like sports. Volleyball sounds good. I might too. Patty said she's been considering drama, but most of all, she wants to be part of the student council. I told her she could try wrestling. She was good at it. There was still some time left during lunch hour, so I went to my locker. There I saw a note addressed to me. The letter was from Tyson Sanders. It said, "Holly, may you please go out with me? Put the letter with your answer in my locker. It's number." This is L game, bro. Just ask her straight up. Tyson and I never spent time together aside for some very brief moments, but he seems not that bad of a kid. What did I have to lose? I wrote back, "Sure, where would you like to go on our date?" I also wrote down a few common public places. On Tuesday, we started electives. I chose visual arts. They include painting, which I've always enjoyed. Shelley and Fregley chose that elective too. I can't believe I mistook Greg for him. They look nothing alike. Speaking of, Greg also chose visual arts, but I didn't know that at first because, "Teacher, next time please arrive here before the beginning of class." Okay. Actually, I don't know if the teacher's man or woman or not, so. I thought this could have been my chance to talk to him, but he sat across the room from where I was, and Shelley started talking to me. Me and her are not that close. She's more like friends with Patty. Greg left real quick after it was over anyway. Today I decided to come a bit extra early to first period's class. The door was already open, but no teacher. At first I thought no classmates either, but then I saw Greg. He was in the middle of writing something. His diary maybe? It was just the two of us at the moment. This was my chance. I said hi. He said hey. I wasn't expecting him to use that moment when I called him Fregley in his introduction. It was cute. We then formally introduced ourselves. It's nice to talk about being the middle child to another middle child. True, that's not uncommon, but still. I've been reading the Summer Party Pals. I actually like it. I enjoyed that series for years. I've reread them now. Maybe I can show you my collection sometime? That would be awesome. End of first period. It would be smart to get a head start on our assignment. Want to go to the library together? Sure. How does tomorrow sound? Hey, Greg and Rizzy already. My first real interaction with Greg Heffley went way better than I expected. Later, I checked my logger to see if Tyson replied back. Nothing. Maybe I should try finding him. It wouldn't be that hard to find. No, I should wait. On my way out of school, I passed by the billboard. There were the lists of the many clubs and sports offered. I decided to sign up for cheerleading partly because I never tried it in middle school. In case I don't make it, I've made a list. Clubs: anime, book, chess, creative writing, fashion, improv, speech and debate, and sports: badminton, not bad, soccer, volleyball, and volleyball. Pretty good list. Friday. Yesterday at lunch, I told my friends I had signed up for the cheerleading tryouts. Ruby did too. Julie said she wasn't sure what to choose yet, while Bethany was going to try for volleyball. Bethany and I were lab partners in science, and during class she told me that she overheard Bailey in PE saying she's going to the cheerleading tryouts. I'm not saying Bethany lies. As far as I knew, she never has, but she could have misheard. Hopefully. I got to chat with Rowley. He's a fan of Joshi like Hannah and had signed up for the football trials. He has good chances in making it to the official team. My guess from before was correct that both him and Greg live on the same street, and they've been walking to and from school for years at this point. I'd heard before that Fregley lived on Surrey Street too, but Rowley never mentioned him. Damn, Rowley don't care about Fregley, bro. Well, not yet. Oh, Greg said you two are going to the library after school. Not him, seriously, honey? Why not? He's my best friend, you know. You're far out of his league, Rowley. I've told you in the past about reasons why, Holly. He also humiliated me during the Wizard of Oz play, if you remember. That was middle school. You're always the one to hold grudges, though. Uh-oh, looks like I struck a nerve. Well, bye, Rowley. Bye, Holly. I should have known the inevitable of Patty and about Greg and I, but really, who cares? Not moi. When school finished, I met up with Greg outside and we headed to the library. We got far enough to make our rough drafts. I was starting to polish up my writing of mine when I looked over at him and he was doodling on his. He said it was him. At first I couldn't see it, but the longer I looked at it, okay, it was him. But why did he draw himself bold? Greg and I checked out a few books. I saw that he got one about the history of video games, another about journalism. Curiosity killed the cat, but what if the cat just wanted to know and learn more, but just got the bad ending? I asked him what his favorite video games were. He said Twisted Wizard, which I did hear about before. I know I was talking about getting one, but my parents thought they were too hard for our age. He then asked if I had any favorite video games. It was kind of embarrassing that the experience I had are with those older computer games that center on princesses and fashion. It's the truth though. His response to that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, like scoffing at what a noob I was. Instead, he asked me more about it, like what was my favorite thing and if I still had them. I said I did, and that unlocked in my memory that I still had one of those old magazines for them. My spirit lifted up when he asked about me and painting. He knows I checked out books too. After telling him about my interest in painting, I asked about his experiences with the medium. He replied that he draws more than paints, but hey, I can't take any offense to that. We still had some time before one of my parents would pick us up from the library. The mall was close by, and we wouldn't be there for too long. I wasn't sure if Greg would do a Purikura shoot with me. He seemed puzzled about what that was, but he still went with it. He drew this for me. I really like it. Oh, thank God I'm not bald. Holly, from Greg. After returning to the library, this wizard sounds fun. It's definitely a blast. Hey, would you like to come over to my house? We could play it together. Sure. By the way, want some pokey? So yeah, thanks. Oh, Greg, respect the game, bro. Bravo.